The planned garden lunch scene with Robyn Brown. Her kids and Kody was supposed to be a calm response to the public's mounting concerns about the show's family dynamic. Robyn's oldest son, Kody Brown, never liked being in front of the camera. However, something within of him broke on this day. Around noon, a three-person crew, a sound technician, a camera operator, and an assistant producer, arrived. They were met with tension so dense that it permeated the air, not with grins or courteous annoyance. Dayton declined to mic up as he paced the back porch. Dayton exploded when the camera operator softly tried to move the frame to include him. His voice was animalistic, tremulous and guttural. He growled, "You're not filming me anymore. Her energy is being poisoned by you. We are all being poisoned by you." He lunged before anyone could respond. The boom mic collided with a chair. The cameraman's face struck the side of a stone planter as he slid backward. The lens was coated with blood. Robyn let out a scream instead of grabbing Dayton. Kody raced outside and turned to the teen, his eyes blazing with anger, asking them why they hadn't turned off the camera sooner. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. The video was never broadcast. TLC's core leadership team unanimously decided in a private video conference conducted behind secured studio doors in Burbank that Kody Brown was no longer safe for the company. Not in the role of a father, not in the role of narrator, as a personality. You know, the show's longest-serving executive producer, Julia Wright, broke the news in a tone so icy that there was no room for compromise. "Kody, we're done. We will not reconstruct a spectacle around your collapsing ego now that a crew member is in the hospital. You've turned this family into a battlefield." Kody remained silent. He was sitting in his home office in Arizona, surrounded by walls covered with old family photos and furniture made of imitation leather. His jaw was so clenched that it appeared as though he might smash his teeth into dust. "This is impossible," he snarled. "Oh," Julia said. "We already have." Effective immediately, the screen turned dark. Hours later, Robyn saw him slumped in his chair, gazing at nothing. Although muted, the TV was on. On the desk was a bottle of whiskey, half-drained and unopened for years. Prior to that evening, his eyes were blazing and wild as he turned to face her. As she walked in, he claimed, "They killed me. My legacy was assassinated." Robyn, however, did not sit next to him. She refrained from grabbing his hand. She stood with an odd composure. "Kody, you destroyed your own legacy," she muttered. "You allowed the show to deteriorate internally. You allowed our children to become involved in your mess. And now this spectacle has devastated Dayton once more." Kody sat up straight. "You're picking on me, Kody. I'm going out." The words reverberated at first. They didn't compute the only wife who had ever really disobeyed him. Robyn, his bastion of fidelity, was leaving. "Dayton is going with me. St. George is where I'm heading. Avoid making calls, avoid pursuing us on camera. This has nothing to do with your redemption story. My family's remaining members need to be healed. Robyn, don't you dare do this to me. You can't." She looked aside. "This was not something I did." "You did. You can now dwell in the house you constructed." Meri Brown, meanwhile, was planning a revolution in Utah. She had anticipated something. She wasn't shocked by the abrupt firing. She started writing a statement before she had even heard about Dayton's outburst. For Meri had not been sitting around in the dark. She had, for the first time in more than 10 years, given up on preserving the family narrative and begun getting ready to destroy it. Her 3-year-long covert biography had grown into a book filled with financial records, secrets, betrayal, and emotional deprivation. However, it was insufficient for her to merely publish it. She desired airtime. TLC gave her wide blanche for a 6-part confessional series in a last-ditch effort to save their business. It would be uncooked, unfiltered, brutal. She didn't recoil. Filming for her first interview took place in a little studio outside of Salt Lake City. The set was straightforward. A wooden chair, cozy lighting, and a table next to her that held old contracts, printed screenshots, and a manila folder marked Robyn's Deals. She took a seat with her back to the camera. She spoke steadily. "Be calm. Measured," she started. "I let them tell my story for years. I'm being honest now." Meri disclosed that as early as season 8, Robyn had negotiated a backdoor private agreement with TLC that guaranteed airtime compensation based on emotionally charged episodes, particularly those involving her children and her victim narrative. No word was given to the other women. Rather, they were duped into believing that Robyn's lead role was exactly what the audience desired. Meri remarked, "I recall the first time they cut my entire segment. We had shot at a retreat for grieving. I'd never felt so exposed on camera before. I didn't even appear in the credits. When the program aired, a thorough timeline of concealment ensued, including Robyn's use of shell companies, Kody's signing of real estate titles into her name, and Meri's finding of unpaid invoices for days. She was contractually obligated to film. Then she uttered the words that caused the internet to explode. Robyn Brown is not a helpless person. She is a strategist. Her soldier was Kody Brown. Within hours, social media was rocked by clips from Meri's interview threads on Reddit. Became viral. Split-screen reactions were widespread on TikTok. A large number of former viewers came back to watch the confessional series live. In-depth information was revealed in Meri's second episode, including emails exchanged between Kody and producers, voicemails, in which Robyn pleaded for narrative control, and audio recordings, in which Kody blasted Christine for ruining the show by being very independent. TLC became even more involved by the third episode with Meri, Janelle, and Christine. In the forefront, they formally renamed the program as Sister Wives Reclaimed. Then came a huge billboard in Times Square. Meri stood by herself on it, wind in her hair, arms folded. The real wife, Meri Brown. She has finished waiting debuts on June 1st. What about Kody? He disappeared from view. His home in Flagstaff, which was previously bustling with attention and production trailers, was turned into a graveyard. Kody was reported to have been seen grumbling to himself while looking unkempt and unshaven. At rural gas stations, he started a podcast. Within 3 episodes, it failed. He gave YouTube a try. Within a day, comments were disabled. Robyn declined to speak. Dayton, her kids started going to therapy. Speculation that lawsuits were imminent was sparked by rumors of sealed court documents related to production liability. An XP producer also claimed to have unreleased tapes from the Vegas years, where Kody made startling remarks about the wives and the power he possessed as the star in a locked storage unit in Las Vegas. According to reports, TLC paid 6 figures to keep them quiet. However, the leaks had already started. And there's more. Janelle Brown from Sister Wives is now living a pleasant and trouble-free existence. After years of financial hardship, she lived with her ex-husband, Kody Brown, and his other ex-wives, Robyn Brown, Christine, and Meri Brown, for 30 years, despite being a caring matriarch and having 6 children with Kody. Janelle didn't get the credit she deserved for her sacrifices. Rather, Kody criticized her and accused her of being unfaithful as a result of Kody's severe regulations for Janelle and their kids during the COVID-19 pandemic. Their relationship deteriorated in 2021. Janelle came to the realization that, like her sister wife Christine, she had to move on from Kody after making plans. She started looking for new housing. Despite her precarious financial situation, Janelle severed her spiritual engagement with Kody in 2022 and went on with her life. Janelle purchased a plot of land near her married daughter's house in North Carolina in 2024. She permanently left Flagstaff, Arizona, to move to the new state in order to improve her income and live a more tranquil life. She also launched new enterprises in 2018. Janelle Kody, Meri and Christine made a substantial financial investment to buy the 14-acre Coyote Pass property, with the intention of establishing a community there. However, when Janelle, Meri, and Christine broke up with Kody, their plans were derailed. Kody was first hesitant to grant Meri and Janelle their rightful part of Coyote Pass after 3 years of delay. Kody finally sold the Coyote Pass in 2025. He handed Janelle $35,000, which was probably more than twice as much as she had invested initially. In 2025, Janelle seems to be in a lot more secure financial situation as a result of the sale. She faced numerous obstacles that hindered her from constructing her own house. Thankfully, Janelle's struggles are over, because she now owns a sizable parcel of land in North Carolina. The mother of 5 is slowly turning it into her own private haven. Building a new house is her most recent endeavor. Janelle shocked her admirers in April 2025 when she revealed that she was building a house, saying, "My home is slowly coming to fruition." Janelle is really happy with her recent accomplishments. Her confidence has increased as a result of her success, enabling her to live her life as she pleases. Additionally, Janelle is far more courageous now than she was before. She had previously stated that in 2025, she intended to rid herself of unfavorable individuals and circumstances. Janelle has been able to keep her life peaceful so far. I hope she can accomplish her objectives and live a happy life by overcoming her financial difficulties and starting several profitable businesses, such as Tata Farms and her t-shirt store. The Sister Wives star has genuinely inspired many. Robyn Brown's ability to play the victim in any situation and her capacity for hypocrisy in any situation have been revealed in Sister Wives Season 19. Despite being happily married to Kody Brown and not having the multiple marriage she had always desired, Robyn has demonstrated throughout the most recent season of Sister Wives that she is still capable of creating any drama that she wants. Sister Wives Season 19 has shown that even after Robyn has succeeded in getting what she wants, it is insufficient for her to feel content in her life. Robyn, who joined Kody's multiple family in 2010 along with Christine, Janelle, and Meri Brown, has been making every effort to stay up to date with the original Brown wives for years. The fact that Kody's marriage to Robyn is much younger than his other marriages. He was married to Meri, Janelle, and Christine for over 30 years before they ended, has produced significant conflict within the family. For years, Robyn tried her hardest to fit in with the established family, but now that she has contributed to the expulsion of her sister wives, she finds it difficult to defend her choices. Robyn and Cody have probably been reflecting on the failures of Kody's past relationships as they navigate their lives after many marriages. Despite the fact that Robyn and her fellow sister wives were not sexually involved, the family structure often brought them together, and they were forced to spend their time together as a group. If not a cohesive one, then at least a united front as Robyn developed relationships with Christine, Janelle, and Meri. Over the years they spent together, she frequently felt othered or made to feel like an outsider. Robyn's behavior during the early years of her connection with Kody and his prior spouses was problematic, even if she could have deserved to be taken more fully into the family. The Browns found it challenging to operate in a way that made sense. After Kody's decision to bring Robyn into the family caused a stir and upended the established order over the years, family members and fans have criticized Robyn's actions, which often involved her making herself appear like the victim and blaming others for her troubles. Robyn has always been a remarkable victimizer, as she learned more about the Brown family overall and opened up to her sister wives. Robyn revealed that her relationships with Christine, Janelle, and Meri were more transactional than she had expected. Robyn entered the plural marriage, expecting a far different experience than she ended up with, knowing that none of the first three spouses would discuss her relationship with Kody, even though she didn't want Christine, Janelle, or Meri to discuss her marriage. She was free to discuss and speculate about their relationships. When the Brown family's circumstances changed around the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, Robyn started to speak more candidly and negatively about her husband's previous marriages during the quarantine. Robyn became even more of an aggressor in the turmoil between Kody and his previous wives, even though she had always been more of a gossip about their relationships. The entire Brown family has found sister wives to be too much to bear, and the latter seasons of the show have been the most challenging to date. Robyn attempts to disregard the aspects of the relationship she doesn't want to deal with, even though it seems like she intended to be a member of a plural marriage. Robin and Cody's marriage has gotten stronger throughout the course of the show, while his other relationships have deteriorated. Kody and Robyn's marriage has been able to flourish because of their strong foundation. But somewhere along the line, Kody stopped working on his other relationships, and within a few short years, their foundation started to show cracks. Christine and Cody's marriage, which had been rocky after Robyn joined the family, took a nosedive while Janelle and Meri were slower to decide to leave Kody and the family. Although Robyn, who spent over a decade with her first husband, David Jessup, has experienced personal sorrow, due to the divorces she has been more harsh on the first three spouses than she has ever been. On Kody, Robyn has been difficult about the original trio's decision to distance themselves from the family, but she hasn't been hard on herself for her own divorce. Robyn constantly plays the victim in her relationships with Kody, the children and his ex-wives, regardless of what's going on in their lives. Like the rest of the family, Robyn has experienced difficult times on sister wives, but she tends to be more outspoken than others about her negative experiences, which makes them appear much worse than they actually are. In the most recent seasons of Sister Wives, Robyn has been quick to try and make herself out to be the victim when she's not facing nearly as much difficulty as Kody, Christine, Janelle, or Meri. Viewers have come to know Robyn as someone who makes herself the victim in every situation, ensuring that there are always moments she can gain sympathy from viewers. Robyn's marriage to Kody may be causing him anguish since he has been rejected, but she is still in a committed long-term relationship with someone who values and loves her. Robyn ought to view the separations as a challenging aspect of Christine, Janelle, and Meri's lives, rather than her own. Kody has made it apparent throughout Sister Wives, and even before his years of multiple marriages, that his children aren't all on an equal footing in his eyes, although he makes an effort to suggest differently. Kody rarely makes himself available to all of his children when it comes to affection and attention. Viewers of Sister Wives have been particularly offended by Kody's actions with regard to his children, and Robyn's influence over that has never improved her standing with those who have regularly followed the program. It's evident that Robyn thought her children were being othered by the other children in the family. At times, even though her children from her first marriage were accepted into the Brown household and treated as Kody's biological children right away, because of these emotions, Robyn has tried her hardest to ensure that Kody devotes as much of his time as possible to her children, even at the expense of his sincere ties with his other children, even at the expense of the others. Robyn wants Kody to give preference to her kids, although Robyn has frequently presented herself as Kody's most sympathetic and approachable wife. Her words and deeds don't always align when Isabel Brown. Christine's daughter underwent extensive back surgery to treat her scoliosis. It was one of the most obvious instances of her hypocrisy. Robyn elected to stay at home, citing COVID-19 worries. Even though the rest of the family offered support years earlier, Robyn made sure to be completely there and supportive during her biological son Dayton's recuperation from his own operation. Robyn's lack of concern for Isabel was a blatant example of her hypocrisy. She made it obvious how she felt by pretending the other Brown children were as important to her while still being there for her biological children. Even though there might have been worries about the pandemic at the time, Robyn was upfront about her quarantine, which would have given her the opportunity to help Isabel in some way, even though Robyn doesn't want Kody or Sister Wives viewers to believe it. Her compassion and loyalty have limits when it comes to the family's her own children. Robyn has long advocated for sexual purity with her children and with Sister Wives viewers in general, which can lead to moments of hypocrisy as the show has followed her through several relationships and highlighted some of the negative effects she's had on other people. Robyn has constantly shared opinions regarding sex and physical closeness that align with her Christian beliefs, emphasizing the value of abstinence for her kids. Robyn, who joined the family after a 10-year marriage and divorce, has led a life that doesn't adhere to her current religious convictions. Robyn's remarks, which attempt to emphasize the value of family values to her children, have drawn criticism because they don't match her own former behavior. While that may not be inherently incorrect, it is hypocritical of her to force her current ideals on her children, instead of having constructive, candid discussions with them about their future goals. It's obvious that Robyn isn't seeking her children's opinions on the subject because she insists on moral behavior, purity and candor about her feelings. The Sister Wives star's preachy behavior and lack of flexibility instead serve to reinforce villain narratives. Kody Brown came into the second half of Sister Wives Season 19, praising his wife Robyn Brown, but I have a feeling there's more to their happy marriage than that. In 2014, Robyn joined Sister Wives Meri Brown, Janelle Brown, and Kody Brown by spiritually marrying Kody, although plural marriage was a religious ritual in the family. Kody and Robyn's relationship was distinct from the others, even though Robyn was the newest member of the family. Her bond with Kody soon outstripped that of his previous spouses, causing jealousy and animosity. After Kody moved the family from Las Vegas to Flagstaff, Arizona, the Browns' immaculate facade started to fall apart. Their family get-togethers decreased, and the wives resided in homes dispersed throughout the town. The majority of Kody's time was spent with Robyn, a situation that only got worse when CO struck, and the two of them withdrew themselves along with their kids. The others fell apart while Kody and Robyn's marriage thrived. Kody left Kody in 2021, and Janelle and Meri followed shortly after Robyn and Cody struggled to adjust to monogamy, and their marriage was in a precarious state at the beginning of Sister Wives Season 19. However, Kody and Robyn were in a renewed state of bliss when the show returned following its mid-season break. Following their daughter Aurora Brown's baptism, the couple took stock of their romantic and spiritual journey. Kody commented, "I'm a fool for my woman," comparing Aurora's dedication to God to his love to Robyn. A video from Robyn's wedding day revealed her referring to Kody as her soulmate. Kody continued to rave about his love for Robyn, even saying their children were amazed by their parents' affectionate interactions. Although Kody and Robyn's love is sweet, their discovery that they are soulmates is disastrous for the Browns. Multiple marriages, Kody acknowledged that Robyn's comment has flattered me from that day till now. Let us know in your comments and stay tuned by subscribing our channel to get more updates like this. Thanks, everyone.